Hello, everyone, and welcome to round one, front nine of the 2018 Tyyni.
Solid.
Yes, very good. We've been working on our finish. Today, you've got the sweep the leg commentary.
Sweep the leg.
That's right.
Let's do this.
Robert McCall and 2010 world champion Eric McCabe. We've got some great competitors today. Let's check it out.
Janne Hirsimäki from Finland.
If you haven't been over to Finland before, or you haven't heard of Janne before, he's one of the most well-liked Finns, just most well-liked dudes there is.
Absolutely.
Great guy.
Some great taste in tee-off music as well.
He's just letting it ride. I love it. Janne opts for the big forehand to stay clear of the bunkers.
And cameraman.
Kind of flirting with the cameraman a little bit.
Should have gone for the felon.
And next to tee from Estonia, Lätt.
Silver's a really good dude.
Yeah, I got to
like
meet
him a lot.
Silver for the first time this week. And he and Kristen from Estonia are doing great things for disc golf. And this is actually the tee-off song if you didn't choose a tee-off song.
This was my tee-off song.
Yes, so a lot of people got this one. Silver and Janne both have big-time forehands. And this is a really good line from Silver.
It's such a safe shot because if you do happen to miss and go OB, it's basically a drop
right
in
there.
three.
And next to tee from Sweden, Linus Carlsson.
Linus has picked a tee-off song.
Yeah, a little chili peppers.
Yeah, that's right. I believe Linus is a former junior world champion.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
Yep, he is. I remember him and Devin had the signature disc that they did for a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. So swinging a hyzer out wide. Ooh, track in the basket. I love the play, but it's got to stick in order for you to have a really sure putt at it.
Last but not
As
least,
I know.
reigning world champion from United States, Wysocki.
Yeah, you might have heard of this fella. He's good.
Fan favorite. Gotta love Rick.
And he's loving the same tee-off song as you and Silver.
I don't know. Maybe he chose this one. You don't know that for a fact.
Good point. I bet he did. Rick takes a trusty felon on a forehand.
Yeah.
And on the list of things you're going to like, that's one of them.
That's probably number one on the list.
You're going to like it. So we heard Janne right after he teed say, I should have thrown the felon. And he's right. He went way deep of the basket. But
He's on a good angle coming into the green that he could actually run that putt, but it's still, you hit metal and it bounces, you're probably flaring OB.
Right. Linus with a really scary putt. That's actually a headwind from his perspective. Great putt by Silver. He's got a left to right wind, so he's got a pretty safe putt there.
And Ricky with the, 20-foot drop in?
Yeah.
For Rick.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be very afraid of these most of the time. Easy money. This is a great starting hole. I like that the bunkers play regular OB, so that you have to think a little bit more. It's not like a hazard where you can just throw it wherever and then say you're right there on the right side. You can still tap in for your three.
And it's not, as we go through the course, you'll see there's not a lot of that, where the greens or the baskets are right next to bunkers or out of bounds. I do love this course.
Yeah, this is a great course. We've got Silver, like we said, bombing a forehand out there. He's going to be in pretty good position. Oh, wow, I didn't even know
think
this
about
was a play.
The big turnover shot. Granted, when I played this course, it was a little windier, and really the only shot was right down the middle there.
Right. And that's smashed from Ricky. He'll have a pretty simple up from there. Janne and Silver both take that forehand route, and that's, great position.
That's, excellent. Just straight up the hill from there.
Right. Really, the only danger is OB left at the basket. I don't think I saw a competitor get to the OB left on their tee shot.
Yeah.
Just because it's so far to get over there.
It is very, very far. You think you mashed on something, and you're still 60 feet short of it.
Definitely.
Yeah, the only thing scary about this hole really is three putting. The three putt that potentially comes into play on the side of this hill. With, as you can see, it's a little breezy today.
Yeah, with the wind whipping on an uphill like that, can definitely get in your head. And like you said, this upshot, say you leave it just high of the basket, there's a chance that skips out of bounds.
Yep.
And now you're putting for 4 in what would be a headwind for them, I think. So these guys are just playing into the side of the hill.
So
pretty
far,
textbook.
yeah, I was going to say pretty textbook approaches here.
Yeah. Yanni's is leaking a little left. Ooh, just over it. Just over the top of the hill, at least.
Gentleman taking in the action from the roof.
That's right. Best seat in the house.
That's right. He'll be there all year.
and all forever, probably. And Ricky actually threw it a little bit too far, but he's a good scrambler. He'll get up and down for birdie. Yeah, and like you said, this is a nervy putt. You miss this, and it's down the hill, and you're not happy.
No, you're bringing bogey into play at that point.
Yeah, I totally understand the kind of nose up. If it lifts and goes in, cool. If not, at least I'm right there.
Oh,
whoa.
No. Linus. There's a good shot right there of the wind these guys are dealing with today.
Right. A big putt for Linus. That's once you've missed one of those, it can be easy to just let it snowball and get out of control. But good comeback for him. Good 3 for Silver.
Yeah. And Rick.
Same for Rick.
And really not a bad par on this hole.
No, starting par doesn't feel bad out here,
No.
honestly. Unless you're playing on the card with 2 guys who are
Birdie,
both 2 under. And this is a mash to get all the way up the hill.
I'm kind of well. I guess Silver has a pretty strong forehand, but I was kind of shocked to see him go big forehand right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good play here, a big roller up the hill.
Yep. Rick might have just thrown it a little too far.
I think he did. Yeah.
And it says 361, and I walked this hole while other people were playing it, and I didn't see hardly anyone get up there.
Now the day I played this, it was a fierce headwind,
Right.
and there was no chance of getting even to the hill,
Right.
let alone up the hill.
Right. That's almost like a picture-perfect shot by Yanni. Just looks like he's about edge of the circle. Great play. Same thing from Linus. Good line.
Yep. This is kind of a tweener hole, I would say. Tweener
is.
par 3.
It is.
But you can't call it a par 4.
No, it's certainly
So-
not a par 4. It's just a long par 3. Especially, like you said, if there's any wind moving. So Silver lays out well. Linus with a big jump putt up the hill.
That perspective, you can really tell how far uphill that shot was.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be at the bottom of it. And Rick just kind of having to chop his way through that tree. And yeah, I mean, it looks like from the tee, it looked like, hey, that's 30 or 35 feet.
Yeah.
And like you said, you can tell just how uphill that is.
Mm-hmm.
Not an easy putt at all. So 3 is going to be just fine here. I bet 60%, 70% of the field took 3s here.
Yeah, I bet you're right. Not too many 2s on this hole.
Ricky with that kind of stall putt that stays in the
Scares
chains
me
for a second.
every single time.
It has to scare him every time.
Oh,
too.
yeah. Are you going to fall in or out?
We got some basket inspection going on here. I think they're...
Talking about where the sweet spot is?
Yeah. Or maybe talking about Ricky's putt. I'm not really
Could
sure.
be.
All right, so 111 meters here on hole 4. And Silver just lets this one get away from him a bit. His forehand is so compact, but he gets so much power out of it.
It does. That's that second half swing through that he really gets a lot of power behind that shot.
Yeah. He's a big fella, too. I mean,
Yeah, he is.
He can generate a lot of power with just that quick snap.
Ricky going vision roller again.
Yeah, and that's a great play here. Not a lot of people are going to be long on this hole.
No.
And you definitely want to be in those trees if you're going to want to get a look at it.
Yes, get as close to the broccoli as you
Yes,
possibly
yeah, those
can.
they definitely just look like little
chunks of
broccoli.
broccoli
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
nice,
roll.
favorable roll.
Dude. When you live in Finland and you're like the most
Wow.
likable guy in Finland, you get
That
rolls
happens.
like that.
That happens.
And Linus going with just a standard backhand play. That's moving a little too much right, and he might find the OB green over there on the right side. It's a pretty good upshot for Silver. Just a little chip-up forehand for him.
It's another one of those holes. It's a relatively easy 3.
Right, and a pretty difficult 2.
You've earned the 2 if you get the 2 here.
Oh.
Which Linus almost does. Throw it in.
Yeah, hard to know if he was in bounds or not, but easy money for Ricky. And same for Yanni. That's a great 2.
Bogey. So yeah, he must have been just
he was on the green. That stinks. Moving on to hole 5. This one also plays uphill, and it's kind of hard to tell from this perspective, but once you get up to the basket, that tree on your right is like right in the landing zone where most forehands will collect, or like where most backhands are going to start fading out. It's a deceptive hole.
It really is, and this is a hole that you're going to want to get a birdie on.
Yes.
Because it's just right there.
Right. And these guys have, I think forehand is the better play if you've got it here.
Agreed.
Just leave it out to the left and
kind of like a little stall forehand. It just kind of dumps as soon as it loses speed.
Right. Silver just got over on that one just a little bit. Looks like he's having a little bit of difficulty keeping the disc on hyzer right now. Maybe just some nerves, or maybe he's working out too hard.
Yeah. Could be either.
Yeah.
Could be both.
It's probably both. Linus takes a big hyzer at it.
Not exactly the shot I would have probably taken on that hole.
No.
Big hyzer. I think it's more of a left to right moving shot, really. I mean, the big hyzer could work, but like Robert said, there's a really good chance you're going to get stuck behind that tree on the right.
Right. That's a good play from Silver. Just put it under the basket. Because it is up on a mound. We saw rollaways, things like that. Just want to play safe here. Good height from Linus. Just couldn't keep it in there. Good putt from Yanni. I expect we'll see the same from Ricky.
Couple good birdies.
The old nose down stall, man.
The old stare at it till it stops moving.
Yeah. So Ricky so far is playing, pretty solid.
Pretty much Ricky golf, I would say.
Yeah, you're not gonna see a lot of people 4 under through 5.
There's a lot of par 3s on this course that are right around that 100 meter to 360 feet shots. That this one happens to be downhill, so you can actually get a little more aggressive on it.
Sure.
But
this is reachable with pretty much any disc in your bag. Like you threw putter. I saw people throwing mid-ranges. I saw forehands like this. And that's a good flat from Yanni. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a felon from Yanni, and Ricky went with the OptoX Triple X there. Man, it's like Silver doesn't bring his arm back at all, but all of a sudden it just snaps out. It's pretty impressive to watch. This looks like the rim of a mid for Linus here. It's a beautiful line.
That's a great line. Looks like she just got a little stable at the end, maybe clipped a little branch, but that was a great line.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's inside the circle.
Gosh, look at that wind. Just still ripping, and Silver just goes jam session.
Dude. That's impressive there.
That was a nasty putt.
Yeah. Super well done.
Just walk it out.
Yeah.
Oh, we get the replay.
Action replay. You can just hear guys in the background being like, hey, let's not play any regular songs. Let's just jam. Let's just jam session.
Let's just go jam session.
Just see what happens.
Love it.
One of those guys is Silver.
That's awesome.
Ricky takes more of a spin putt at it.
More of a spin putt, way nose down, it looked like.
Yeah, from their perspective on the tee, I think it was a right to left wind. So from where Ricky was, it was pretty much a dead headwind. And he opts for that spin putt into a straight headwind so that he doesn't have to throw it too high in the air.
Right. And it's so intimidating after somebody just goes jam on you.
Right, yeah.
And then you're staring down a putt that's inside theirs, but the wind is still ripping.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and we don't see that. Usually we see Ricky making those putts and intimidating people, but maybe he just got big putted and Silver's like, hey, in your face, man.
Yeah, sorry about your luck.
This is how it feels. Tell us a little bit about hole 7. This is one of my favorite holes on the course.
Yeah, me as well. This is an island hole. It's not like a true island hole, what you would think of. It's actually, you just play it wherever it goes out. So if you go long OB, you play it long. So the key on this hole is to miss long if you're going to miss. It's about 417 downhill, but I would say it plays like 380.
That's what I was going to say.
Downhill.
Yep.
And you can get a mid-range there if you want. Something very slow moving. You really don't want to throw a high-speed driver at this, but really that little tree on the right that Linus is going over, you kind of want to go over the top of that and just let it stall out to the left.
Yep, we were throwing fairway drivers out at Explorers and things like that, but looked like that had something a little bit of stability for Linus there.
Any idea what Ricky's throwing?
I'm not 100% on this one. Since he turned it over, it's hard to tell.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a felon or something like that.
It's
but
long.
He threw it 1,000,000 miles.
Jeez. And Jan, is that a getaway? Kind of looked like it had a bar stamp on it.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a getaway in his bag just yet. But he's put it up just a bit too high.
A little high in that wind.
Yeah. Yanni asking if it's OB because they didn't clap.
I love Yanni. He's just a class act.
He really is. Just a great dude. And I love, like he was saying, the gallery responds by clapping. It's not by, you know, they don't yell mashed potatoes. They don't yell get in the hole.
It could be one of the most awful shots ever, but it's in bounds.
Right, and they'll just give you a nice little
clap.
Nice little golf clap.
Oh.
And that's an awfully late air bounce for Yanni. That knocks him over the basket.
Yeah, they all missed. Well, I guess not all of them, but majority of them missed the island, but still missed it on the right side.
Yeah, you can't be short. You definitely have to cross the island at some point so that you can move to the island.
There he goes. There we go.
It's a nice cleanup there. He really likes that kind of nose-up spin putt.
He does. It works well for him.
Yeah. That's a great birdie for Linus. Take one on the card. Actually, take
couple.
2 on most of the card, yeah.
I think he got 2 on everyone except Rick.
Yep.
This is probably one of my favorite holes to throw, though.
Yes.
On the course. Because there's nothing to worry about. You just let loose.
Yeah, hit it hard. I'd say the only difficulty for these guys, pretty strong right to left wind, so it's hard to hold something on the correct angle all the way down there to get yourself a look at a putt. But, I mean, you can basically just let loose.
Yep.
Linus is throwing a great line. Ricky's is holding beautifully.
That's a great line.
I mean, is that like going to be... Oh, my goodness. That's for sure the best drive I saw at the golf course today.
That's just silly.
Yeah, just outside the circle on the left side, putting back up. He's got the sort of putt where he could stop it by the basket even if he's not going to make it.
Now, there is a bunker on that backside as well, so if he does happen to miss and it gets a bit of a roll, good chance he's probably rolling in that bunker.
Yeah. If I land in that position, I'm probably just laying up and taking a 3, because 3 is a great score on this hole.
Yeah, of course.
Hardly anybody's going to get a 2. But I'm not a 2-time world champion.
It's 181
arguably
meter.
the best putter in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's 181 meter par 3.
Right.
So not too many people can get it down that far, even if it is that much downhill.
Right. Good effort by Silver that just trickles left.
Silver with the backhand off the tee, too. That looked pretty clean.
Yeah, well controlled for sure. Janne and Linus both put theirs within 10 to 15 feet.
You know Rick's going for this.
He has to. Oh. And he just kind of does the spin putt that we saw earlier when he's got some wind in his face.
That's a good jam. Those feel like birdies to me.
Definitely. You get a 3 here, you're happy. I like that spin putt play by Ricky because you can tell he still has that dialed in.
Yes.
Because that hit in the center of the pole. So if it had lifted it at all, he's got a shot at making it. Yeah, 4 feels pretty bad here.
Yeah.
3 feels pretty good. It's the kind of the definition of a tweener.
Yes, absolutely.
There's a little bit of excitement from
little Linus love.
Yeah, that's right. Last hole on the front 9, 492 uphill. 492 would lead you to believe that it's kind of reachable by some of the top players, but
right.
I didn't see anyone get super close. I saw, long jump putts.
Well, it's kind of funny. It basically plays parallel, just the opposite way to the previous hole. So that'll tell you how far uphill we're going. It being a par 4 and being close to 100 feet shorter. So,
and still, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call it reachable.
No, definitely not.
Maybe perfect wind and an elite distance thrower. Maybe.
Yeah. Something super high on a big turn, but I mean, it's almost not even worth the risk because if you get it too high and you don't get the turn on it, you're going to the bottom of the hill. Then you're just
not
asking
much fun.
for a 4.
Not much fun. So these guys have done what you needed to. There's a hill about halfway to the basket that you really want to crest. Oh, Silver almost dunked it there.
So clean. I want that forehand.
Dude, I'll take any forehand.
I'll take any of these guys' forehand.
Yeah. Ricky just over the top. That's going to leave him what would be a tester for most people, but he's probably got a good look at it. And I believe this is a pig from Linus, so
a pig?
Really overstable.
Super beef.
And almost
hit the wheel.
Yeah. And these guys are playing the correct angle into the screen. The forehand feeds into the green beautifully. Yanni just got a little bit extra juice on that, but that will settle inside the circle.
Yeah. Nice little forehand suspect right there. Look at that focus.
Yeah, I love watching Ricky play. He doesn't have a care in the elevator down. He doesn't have a care in the world other than what's going on the course. Like, this is the only thing that I care about right now.
Oh, no.
Just a little lift for Yanni there, and it's those are the ones that you'd rather not catch the basket because it sometimes feels like it gives them a little bit of extra momentum to carry past.
Those are the ones you wish there was a flag on top.
Right, that you just clip that.
Yep.
And that's an unfortunate 3-putt for Yanni there.
Oh,
And
no.
that's an unfortunate 1-putt for Silver after a beautiful upshot. That's
uncharacteristic.
Yeah, that leaves something to be desired. He's not going to be pleased with that effort. Neither will Yanni. Players are going to move over to hole 10, which is a par 5, and I really like hole 10.
It's a good hole.
Yeah, something to look forward to on the next video. So closing out our front 9, we've got Richard Wysocki out. Sorry, Richard Wysocki. I didn't know we were being formal in this video. Richard Wysocki. He's out in the lead, 5 under. We've got a couple of guys at 2 under par, and then we've got, I believe, Janne Hirsimäki sitting at even par.
Yep.
So that's going to be the end of our front 9. Thank you so much for joining us here. We'll be back with you on the back 9 in our next video.